Alright guys, yeah, I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and do the pump. I was thinking the other day, I mentioned in one of the videos that I think in the first few videos when I was doing the power pack, I said that when I bought, the one thing I noticed when I bought the power washer was there was a lot of oil coming out the bottom after use. It was trickling, you know, there'd be like a smear. So I'm gonna just change it, I think, because if I've lost a bit of oil, I don't want it running dry. I managed to get the oil in the end. It's this triple QX hydraulic oil 46. I think it's kind of like what you use in just normal jacks, I think, really. That's recommended anyway. That's what the AVA recommend. I reached out to bloody hell, get my words out. I reached out to AVA. I got a really friendly lady. Started a conversation. There is an O-ring. I did say in the other video there should be an O-ring here. Obviously, that seals the unit to the motor. You know, the cowling on the motor, it sort of seals it all in. There is oil in there, quite a lot actually. Quite a lot of oil sits inside the motor. Yeah, I did. Yeah, at first I was a bit unsure whether it was just lubricated. More or less just in a lubrication, but you don't. You do fill it up with quite a bit of oil. You submerge all the parts basically, like the bearings. So yeah, I think this will be pretty straightforward now, really. Again, done it a million times, haven't we? Gonna have a container underneath just to catch what oil comes out, and yeah, I think this will be quite straightforward. Hopefully. Yeah. All I'm going to be using is I've got a Torx, a 6mm Allen socket. Just got this bar that I put on the end for extra torque. These are the new bolts that come with the kit. Your bearings. I think the bearings sit on this thing. It's weird little. And obviously you got your new pump as well. I think with mine being an older machine, it'll be slightly different. So I'll have to look out. And then obviously I've got my faithful drill with that massive long Torx 25 on it, which comes with the first aid kit. One thing I couldn't get off of AVA was the torque settings. She said to me that they don't give torque settings because most people don't have a torque wrench. And it kind of goes over the head a little bit, if you know what I mean. Not to like undermine people, but but most people are just like tighten it on, that's it. But I was just a bit concerned about the O-ring. I don't really like reusing old gasket seals and all things like that. I generally like to renew everything, but if I have an issue, I'll just reach out to them again. If there is any issues, I'll just get a new ring. But she said that the existing ring should be fine to reuse. Obviously if it's ripped or whatever. Right, yeah, let's crack on, Mark. Right, just not been needing that. Let's take this bottom pump out. Take your bottom doodahs out. Bloody hell, we just started. Right, they should all lift off. Oh, that's where that circlip. And that's where that circlip went. Yeah, I bought the longer hose. I bought the reinforced hose, which is 12 meters. Mine came with 8, I think, and because mine's an old unit, the actual the section that goes into the brass fitting here on the windy bit, it won't fit in properly because they've updated it on the later models. So if you've got a really old model, you'll have trouble fitting that. Right, we know the drill by now. No pun intended. Ooh, your nails. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, dropping in. 10, 11's under here. Doing a bit of butterfingers today. 11. I saw you torqued 25, yeah, torque 25 screwdriver. Bane of my life, that damn tool. Right, it should come off now. Give yourself a bit of excess space. Right, the pump is held on by 2 torque 25s at the bottom. I think all that effort I went to changing, putting that, look at that, it's literally like, that is like rock hard, that. Oh, alright. You have a, show you quickly. You've got a bolt here, you've got a Torx 25 here, that just needs to be loosened off, and that should free this device here. It's clipped in here on this, like it looks like a solenoid or something. You've got your, that's your thingy. Then you've got four T25s on your cowling, your plastic cowling for your motor. But once Oh yeah, the other thing as well is, which I've actually just done it again. I've actually just forgot. Got to take out you got to take your filter out. Don't forget to take your filter off the front. I sometimes just use a I just use a 27mm socket. Bit of water's come out. The button on the front, the power on and off button, just pushes in. Just push it in. And that's in the off position. On one of the videos I tried pulling it out with some vice grips. No, don't do that. Right, that should be loose now. That should be ready just to come out. Just lost my little plastic dangly bit that goes on there. I think that comes off as well. Right, pump out. Get rid of your front cowling. This should come off for your new pump. I think it's it's not directional. You see that bit there? That goes over the that bit there. Just loosen that T25. Okay, just take it all right. Take it out. Take it all the way out. Remember which way your cowling goes, because it is directional. So that will just pull off like that. In fact, I think it should come off in two. That should come off in two sections. Yeah, like that. So that comes all the way off. Turn it over. The cowling. Easiest way to remember is the box goes on. The T25 screws, the heads are facing up towards the rear of the pump, and the screws are facing up on this side of the switch box. That's 4 T25s out for the cowling. Just put it. I'm laying it down so it looks right. I don't actually. The cowling doesn't need to come off. I don't think. That's really dark. Can't see. Right. Right, I don't think you need to take the cowling off, to be honest. I think the only thing you need to do, that's it, pull that off, pull that off your motor. Sorry. Yeah, pull that off the pump. Yeah. You do go. Alright. This is the bit that might get a bit messy. I did get that out, but I don't think that's going to be very good. It's too high. think that'll be better for catching oil. Could do with, I'm using long reach, 6mm Allen mill socket, long reach, so you can get in easier. You don't need to take these off at the bottom. These are the ones that are actually holding the. It's hard to gauge. This will give me a bit of a better. They are quite tight. Let me lay this down. I'm just concerned about the oil coming out everywhere. Oh yeah, actually they're quite. They're tighter than others. Right, that's. I'd say they feel tight. I'd say it's like they're tightened up and then they're nipped up. Those Allen bolts there. I think it makes sense to do it that way, I think. The only thing with these sockets, they're not magnetic, so they don't stay in. In fact, an ugger on these might do the trick. Whoops. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've lost loads of oil. Yeah. So that was that, just get the orientation. Yeah. Show you closely, hang on. Yeah, that's supposed to be quite full. Yeah, you see your ring here, there's your ring here. It's going to get messy. The only thing I can think is no, because like I say, yeah, there's like no oil in here. Just take it out the way you. Just getting a pick and a I don't think. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip it upside down. See if any oil comes out. Yep, oil's coming out. I'll just pause it because you don't want to be watching me pouring oil for. Right, mine's an old machine. Mine is an older machine, so it has a there's a 5mm Allen bolt in the middle. I think the new machines don't have this. So I'm just going to. Yeah, do you know what? I think mine's lost a lot of oil. I think something's gone wrong on the installation on mine. Alright, just hold the bottom of the fan. Yeah. Hold the bottom of the fan so you can get the 5mm Allen bolt out. Hold that there. Right. So this comes out now. That's your. Oh, that's quite seated. That is. Ooh, mucky oil. Also, yeah, there's a shim there for the bearing. It's directional. It has a recess on the bottom, a groove for the ball bearings. I'm just going to get a pick so I can pick this out. Right. There's your bearings. So, you know, it sits in the and then you've got one more shim. There you go. There you go. That goes on the bottom. Doesn't look directional. Right, 1 second. The old classic 1 second. Give it a good clean. The oil was quite dirty, not terrible, but it was dirty. You can see it in the thingy. Yeah, the O-ring looks fine. We can reuse the O-ring. Expect. That's the 5mm Allen bolt. Not all machines have this. This is only because mine's an older bolt. So you've got your directional bearing there. You got your groove for your bearings. Okay. Right. These are new bearings. Right. The big bearing which goes in first. The numbers on the bottom. You'll see some printed numbers. They need to face down. They go in the downwards position. I don't know why. I can do it like that. Right. Then you've got this weird thing. I think that can just go in. Oh, it's keywayed. There's a keyway. And then this bearing, ball bearing bit faces. The numbers on this small bearing, the numbers face up towards the pump. Let me just get some oil. What are we on now? 6 minutes, right. You need to fill it up. Yeah, I can't believe how little oil I had in it. Shocking. Just filling that up just to get it lubricated. It will drop a bit. It is running into there is ball bearings in here. After all. ball bearings in here after all, you know what I mean? So all I'm going to show you is with these bearings, you can't really on the instructions, because when you look at the new bearings, you've got numbers etched into the surface. Now this bearing, these two, you know, this top shim or the top and the bottom, they are slightly different sizes, but it's, yeah, so you've got your numbers on here. You've got some numbers there. You can just see them. I don't know if you can see them. It's hard to see. But what you find, if you're unsure, what you'll find is, like, you see how it clicks together nicely like that. Fits on. If you get it the wrong way round, doesn't fit. Won't fit on. So you know you've got the orientation right. Like that. Now I don't think with the top one it's as critical. But with the top one you have the numbers facing up. Oh yes, but that's like, so it should look like that basically. Yeah, just wanted to point that out. Just added that little detail in. Oh, she's like butter. After all, ball bearings in here after all, you know what I mean? Oh, just cut my foot somehow. Right, okay, so now you need to get this bit, it needs to be quite flat. And all you're doing is, well, first of all, let me just clean this O-ring. I'm scared to touch this bloody O-ring because I don't want to break it because I haven't got a new one. Okay, that's it. All right, give that a clean. Give your O-ring a clean. Give all O-ring a clean, I say, and give you. Give the where it sits a clean as well. Give it a nice clean. Any debris will stop the ring seating properly. And then that wasn't very good, was it? Let's pour some oil into this cap. It's got some oil in the cap. Lubricate the O-ring. Don't need to go major mental. Oh, get a bit of oil on it. Right. This is important. So when you're filling the oil up, sorry, I was gonna, right, when you fill it up, it should look like that when you've got it assembled. I forgot to put the bloody bolt in. Don't forget to put your Allen bolt in. Don't forget to put your Allen bolt in. Yeah, don't forget that Allen bolt, 5mm middle, right? That's down now. Just snug tight. Right, when with the power washer, get the pump now level, flat, and all you're doing is you're just submerging this. That bearing at the top just wants to be submerged in oil, so it's just over the oil line. I'll show you. So it's just like that. It's just over. Right, so okay. Right, oil's done, so we can put the oil away. away. Right, new pump. So with the new pump, brand new pump, what you need to do is this bit here with the white bit, with the I think it's some kind of actuator valve or something. There's a hook on the side of the part. I'll show you. I'll show the. See that hook there? When you put the head on, let me just try and get it in. Hang on. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to use a bit of force because it's under load. The springs are under load, so you've got to push it down. Right, 1 second. Also, you see that bit there? Where is it, buddy? I can't see for looking. See that hook? That hook's down and under that, so it like goes down and twist. Right, 1 second. Right, this is under. Oh, bloody hell. This is under 10. You know, it's like valves on a car. You know that you've got to. Bloody hell. So you've got to push it down at an angle and then twist. Okay, now. There we go. And there's 2 catches on each side, one that side, one that side. And that will that's actually quite tight. Right. Bolts. Probably put a bit of Loctite on them, to be honest. I think they'll be right though. I don't think they're Loctite. That one feels a bit, might be catching on it. Might be the alignment. Keep getting like a feeling of shards on my hand. Must be some quite fine shards. Right, you need your 6mm. Your 6mm Allen. And that's not my 6mm Allen. Just snug them up, don't go corner to corner. A bit fast actually, that, a bit fast. Make sure you've got the threads. Like I say, AVA didn't give me any torque settings, so what I'm going to do is well, just snugged up really. Don't forget it's aluminium. It's a bit awkward this, to be honest. That's tight. And then do it corner to corner, like when you're doing a head on a car. Yeah. Ooh. Tight. Yeah, it's tight. Sometimes what I do is, like when I'm working on the car, sometimes what I do is, if you want that extra bit of torque, put that bar on it on end. And you're not straining as much. Right, pump back on. That's it. The module for your. Oh, they're not even tight. They're not tight. Didn't notice that. Don't forget to tighten them. I actually don't see why they're loose, to be honest. This is where I had the problem on the old power washer. I'm not going crazy. Yeah, I thought I don't know why would they be loose? Because they're just attached to the bottom. Interesting. Right, that should be it done now. That's the whole thing done. No, that's probably what I'm on about. Just wipe it where it's. Give it a wipe just because you don't want to be getting paranoid, won't you? A little bit of bloody bit of oil coming out and all that malarkey. Right. So, I think the only thing you need to do now, put your, can I have that spare bolt? Get your Torx 25, there's a screw on the side, to show you, just on the, if you remember, like when you put the pump on, you got that hook, and then you got a Torx 25. It's just basically to secure the motor. Sorry, I keep saying motor, terrible. Just secures the, secures that back. Secures the Voodoo. I left it there, that's why. Yes, sorry, it secures the, what they call it, back on. The electric switch. Right, let's get back to it, let's get it back together. Right, the last time I took it apart, I always have trouble getting the back. I always have the trouble getting the back of the cowling back on. It always seems to be a bit awkward, but I'm gonna just double check my locating of things when I put it back on, so 1 second. Right, get your plastic cowling bit. This is what goes on the bottom of the pump. There's it isn't directional, so you've got that little bit there that goes over the power pack, this bit here. There's a little screw at the bottom that just clips on. Just trying to think now whether it's whether I should test it. I'll get it back together. It takes 2 minutes to get it apart if it needs to come out. I'll just put it all back together. I know it's a bit daft not testing it, but right. Righty-o. So right, okay, motor over. Motor over. Watch your cable. Don't be damaging your cable. See that happening. You need to put this back on. Your switch, which has got a keyway on it, so it will go in one direction, like the band. Right, let's stand the motor up. Let's get that out of the way. Right. We're not going into that bit, are we? We're going into the front of the machine. 1 second, I can hear a puss cat. Right. Oh, Stripey, come away, mate. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt. Oh, that's a bit bent over, isn't it? Yeah, this is why I was having problems before. These runners here. Right, so motor in now. Motor in. So, turn it this way. Might be out of shot for a second, I do apologise. Right, lift over. Right, back end in. Does that go over? Make sure you're make sure the what they call it's in position. Hang on. I think that's not in the right place. It's this bit here I think that gets me every time. It's this bit here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, 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 ah. I just stood on my press. Ow. Oh, you bugger. Bugger, 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 bugger. Hang on. Sorry, I know I'm probably in the way. That's it. Right, I'll show you what the trick is. I think that's how that goes on that side. Anyway, it's this side here, right? When you're checking it, when you're putting it back together, just check that this plastic is married up to this screw hole. Because I was putting it in before and it was sort of over here, and then the side isn't straight and then it doesn't go back on. Right, you got your power adapters. So now that goes over there. You'll see how this all goes. You'll see how this all goes anyway. Then you've got this bit here, which is this bit here, which goes on those bits there. Right. Woo. I don't think it matters which way this. No, in fact, I think it does. Goes that way. Screw holes facing down, screw heads facing down is the way I'm doing it. I think that's how I've done it. Yeah, so it marries up with that. So it should look like that. To show you how it should look. So you got it running through there, through there, through there. Screw holes facing down, and then out there. All right. Back of it should go on now. I'll do rush in again. You know what I forgot to do, don't I? Getting the old rush bugger going again. Alright. I need to hold the bloody motor in, it's going to fall out. Alright. Woo! Talks. I was that involved with fixing that bloody corner on that cowling that I forgot. Right. Remember, you're screwing into plastic, you don't go He-Man. I say that all the time if you watch my other videos. You've got to be, yeah. Right, so screw in there for the power pack, 2 screws for the motor. That is it. Of the cowling is on. That's it. Right, screws in now. We'll start with this screw here. Put it on slow setting. I don't want to strip any going corner. Doing it again, I'm rushing. Just let them tuck in. Now get them all snug. Don't over tighten them. You'll strip out your threads. These are just like self tappers. Proper granddad stuff, that, innit, when you do that. Yes. Oop, chucking my bolts about, chucking my torques about, I am. Muscle recording, yes, indeed. Right, so 2 for the wheels, right, two for the wheels and 3 for the back. Wheels, you've got a locating dowel. I don't know if you know, they're locating dowels. They face down. Oh, 1 second. Get your little black caps. Put the back in first, click down. Back section in first, click down. Screws. Oh, bloody hell, they're tipped up then. You watch, something will click in a minute. Something will click and I'll be like, oh, I forgot something. Right, click, clickety click, click. Right. Should now be able to get it upright. Get your power, get your hose. That'll be really good, won't it? Right. I put some softy feet thing on it. You know, the thing, I put some rubber pads on the foot bottom so it don't get damaged on the bottom. Oh. Put a bit of D. F1 pit stop. F1 pit stop. Back in, the back should go in like that nicely. Get your hose, push it with your thumbs nice and firmly, tuck your hose down there. You should have 3 screws so you can put your plate back on. And money. You know, I can tell actually because I've had this off a few times. I can tell it's a bit loose. I can tell it's getting a bit loose. Right, so Right, now you just got to put your pump back in. It's a lot smoother than the old one, that one, yeah. Could do with a mallet. Woo! She nearly went then. Yeah, don't copy this idea. Well, that's better. Hang on, I'm having a bit of trouble getting her in. I can push the thingy, but I can't. Right, that's in. Filter. Just going to nip that up. Just nip it. I like to nip this up just to make sure. 27mm socket. Yeah, nip it up. There you go. Finished. Right, let's power it up. Just gonna let it run. Just gonna let it run for a second. You watch. I don't know. Well, no. Why am I defeating myself already? I'm already doing the. Oh, it's gonna break. I know there's no water in it. Oh, that sounds lovely. That sounds bloody lovely. That sounds loads different. I reckon, you know, that oil. It did lose its oil in the prematurely in the. Hang on, 1 second. No, I've just plugged hose pipe in. 1 second. Keep saying 1 second. I'm doing it again. It's obsession with 1 second. Hose pipes in. She's dry like she was before. Let me just oh, a bit of air. Seems good so far, probably now. No, no leaking at the back. Let's put my rubbish out. Let's pause it on and watch me put my rubbish out. Right, I've turned it on. I'm going to blast it out the front, out the back door, so you know. That sounds much better. That sounds much better. I don't know if it's because it's got a newer pump on the bottom. I don't know if it's because the pump's new. Let me just double check for leaks. This is the bit I don't like. No. How refreshing is that? I know I did fix it on the last video, but give it a quick mop. Just where I've walked in from outside. It's raining at the minute. It's raining. No, we're well happy with that. That sounds a lot better. That sounds a lot better. I reckon because I did say in my oh, hang on. I've not bled it, have I? I've not. No, I did say in the last video that back in. Right. Double check that spot of water there. No, I did say in the last video that I think it was the last video, but yeah, I did point out that when I bought the power wash, when I got the power washer from brand new, I noticed there was loads of oil leaking out of the machine after use, and I thought it was just like a coating they might have put on it in, you know, in the factory, like on the aluminium and stuff. But looking back, I think because of that, do you know? Actually, I don't know. I'm just surmising now, aren't I? But there wasn't much oil in that. There wasn't much oil in the reservoir. You know, where the bearings sit and stuff. There was barely any oil came out. That should be quite. There should be quite a lot of oil in there. As you saw, you fill it up. No. Yeah, so this is obviously the pump just taken off. This is this has been updated since then. Yeah, that sounds nice. That sounded really smooth compared to how it used to sound. If you want to watch the video on how to fit that, the power socket, I've got a video fixing that and doing the first aid kit as well. I was just going to point something out. I wanted to point out as well. Something I just wanted to point out is I bought the hose. Let me get it out. Since the last video, I purchased the 12 meter reinforced hose, and I noticed when I was installing it, again because mine's an old AVA, mine's an early P70. I'll just get the bloody video out. Because mine's an old AVA, why am I telling you what to make it? Because mine is an old P70, this union here, this goes where you're, you know, where you wind it. This is what attaches to the hose. On the older models, if you look here, it just has these holes where the pin goes in. But on the revised newer models, it's different. It's one of those like spring U-clips where you push it in and it sort of locks in, but you can pull it off. You can obviously with this, but yeah, just put a bit. That's the old one. Plus, it has a circlip on it as well. The old ones have a circlip on the end. I'm going to put that back on actually because I wondered where that was earlier. Yeah, so yeah, you basically you'll know it's on an older machine if you're, well, I'm not saying, you know, giving it 100%, but like the older machines have a circlip on this part, whereas the new machines don't. In fact, the new machines have it has one of these. Hang on, it's hard doing it backwards. One of these for a circlip instead. That's how you know you've got a newer machine. Which is basically just the yeah. So if yours has got one of these on it, that means it should be a later revision. It should be a later revision of it at all. Right. I'm gonna put stuff away. But yeah, no, I'm pretty chuffed with that. If you remember in the other video, I wasn't gonna do it. In the other video, I was just gonna leave it because I thought it was too premature with it being the power washer's like 2 or 3 years old, I believe. So I was going to leave it for a couple of years and then do the pump. But again, I was thinking about it the other night. I was thinking, remember all that oil? Has all that oil come out of the... Yeah, anyway. But that sounds loads better. That sounds a lot better than it did. A lot better. It's not leaking again. I don't have to worry about that JB weld, even though the JB weld did fix the initial leak. Yep, we're not leaking. Lovely. cracking that. Aye. Oh, we're getting on for 23 minutes, bloody hell. Just plug you in. Yeah, no, oh, that like a bloody Guinness World Record, that one. Do you remember, you think about all those videos I did before, and you know how long was that apart? 10 minutes? That was apart in no time, that. I tell you, get me in the AVA pit stop. Yeah. But it's great though, it's great how they make them really easy to do, and I would say it's like absolute piece of, you know, but a bit of celebrating with the all alcohol free. No, that was quite straightforward, really. I mean, yeah, I've had it apart a few times. But yeah, I hope that helps someone with the pump. If you're a bit, you know, it's a bit daunting. I mean, if I can do it, bloody hell, you can do it. Right, I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, on the last video, the video just ended. I think on the last video I ran out of memory on my video, and it just ended. It was the bit where I'm looking at the fan, showing you the fan, and the video just cuts off. Yeah, apologies for that. It's like I say, I ain't got all video editing gear, and I can't just go back in and put a little bit on the end. Because every time I download the video editing software, I keep getting either don't let me play the video back. It shows you either a minute, you can only upload a minute of it, or you get a watermark all over it. So, and I don't do videos enough to make content enough, you know, in terms of paying for a subscription and all that. But yeah, another job done. Right, I'll leave it there, guys. Whatever I do next, I don't know. If I think of something, I'll make a video on it. Video, after later.